Bands and rollers to hands. And stretching up to the ceiling, rounding and arching. Hope you can hear me over the traffic noise. So you're gonna round your back and arch. And round. That's it. And 2 more. And then once you're back to the neutral position, turn to look at one foot, and then turn to look at the other foot, stretching the other side. Think carrot stretches. Keep going side to side, another 3, 2, okay. And then we're going to do some child's pose. Arms are going to reach forward. Take your hips knees a bit wider if you need some room in your hips. And walk your hands around to one side. Keep going as far as you can, and then put the last hand to move on top of the other hand. Keep your bum pulled down onto your heels, and almost like you can pull the floor with your hands to get that extra stretch. And then walk them back across the centre, over to the other side. And again, the top hand goes on top of the bottom hand. Stretching away from your hands, space between your bum and your fingers, and then back across to the other side. Can you get a little further this side? And across, over to the other side. Can you get further? Maybe a little bit. That's it. Okay, and then you're going to come back to the centre. Straight arms, rock your hips forward and down, eye gaze up to the sky, lovely blue sky, and then rock back. And then if you like the extra stretch, you're pushing the front of your feet through the floor, stretching the legs a little bit lifted, and then rock back. Oh, I've got squeaky toes on my mat. Trying to get as high as you can with your head. That's it. And number 2. 1. And 2. Pause in child's pose. Not for too long. Just going to stay here for an hour. And then bring yourself back up onto all fours. And we're going to take our right hand, you're going to reach it up to the ceiling. And then you're going to feed it through the left hand and the left knee, bring your ear to the floor. And then lift your right arm up to the ceiling and feed it through ear to the ground. Let's go for another 3. 2. And 1. Last time feeding it through, ear to the floor, reach as far as you can. And then change sides. Left arm reaches up and left arm feeds through, slide it along the floor, ear to the ground, and back up to the ceiling. You can use the slide of your fingernails or your knuckles across the floor to try and squeeze a bit more out of it. Back up to the top. You can also do this, might do at the end if I remember, to put your hand on the roller, and that gives you a good little more movement to push through. Let's go for another 2. Into the floor, and up, and last one. And back to the centre. Okay, we're going to bring our knees together. You're going to rock your hips side to side. You can lift the arm as well. Let your hips kiss the mat. Bring it back up, and across, and up, and across. Give me a little wave at the top. Ta-da. 1 more of these each side. 1 and 2. Nice. Okay. We're going to then do some super people, bird dogs, whatever you want to call it. So you're going to reach opposite arm and leg away from the centre. Bring it back in. Other arm and leg reach away from the centre. Bring it back in. You can hear me over the aeroplane. Keep reaching, fingers and toes as far away from as you can get. Other arm, fingers and toes as far away as you can reach. 1 more of these each side. going to go back to the floor. Your right leg's going to go out to the side with the bent knee, like you're cocking your leg. Bring it back in. Next time it's out to the side, you're then going to kick the leg back on the diagonal. Pull the knee in towards the elbow, kick back. Try to keep the knee high, so you don't let it drop to the floor. You keep it almost, it's a bit of a right angle, that's it. You'll find both sides of the hips working. Let's go 5, kick out on the diagonal. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work, change sides. So knee goes out to the side for practice 1, and then we're going to our kick back. So knee out, kick out on the diagonal, pull the elbow in. Try and keep the knee high. You're going to get a bit of more work in the glutes. Let's go for another 5, 4, don't let the knee drop. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in and down. So we're going to go back to the first leg. This time you're going to take the knee and you're going to circle the knee into as big a circle as you can make it go. Like you're doing thigh circles directed with your knee. 3 more this way. 2, 1, and then go round the other way. Oh, the other leg's aching. And 3, 2, and 1. Change to the other side again. Out to the side, as circular as you can make it. This leg is not very circular. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Change the rein, round the other way. And another 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knee down. We'll take the emphasis off the legs and put it to the hands. So, you will be reaching your right leg behind you. You might need to take your hands a little bit further forward than your shoulders, just a tiny bit. So you can reach your right leg out behind you. You're going to bend your elbows so they feel like your elbows are coming towards your chest, or sort of pointing backwards. As you lower your chest, you lift your leg. That's it. We're going to go for 8. 7, try and keep your elbows tight to the body. 6, leg reaches up. 5, nearly counted the other way then. 4, push your hands through the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Guess what? We've got to do it on the other leg. Make sure you don't bring your other knee too much into the middle line of you. Keep it underneath your hip. Extend your left leg. Have a practice go. I always feel like this side I'm going to just fall on my face. And when you're ready, you guys are good. That's it. 8. Push up like you're pushing up from a push up. 7. 6. Try not to chin the floor. 5. 4. 3. Have I counted right? 2. 1. We'll just say I have counted right. Well done. Turn your palms up so they're facing up. Give your wrists a little roll out. Good work. Okay, so we're going to come to a short arm plank. Hooray, says everyone. Elbows on the mat, hands together, holding them together or just loose, whatever makes more sense. You're going to stretch one leg out behind you. You're going to stretch the other leg out behind you. You're going to feel like your hips are very slightly higher than your pelvis. You don't want to sink down to the floor, but you don't want to be in a triangle either. Feel like you're pushing your elbows down into the floor. You're pushing your toes down and you're stretching your heels back. Keep your body away from the floor as much as you can, staying in that shape. And then we're going to go for a leg lift. You're going to lift one leg up to the ceiling and you're going to rock backwards and forwards on that one leg. That's it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change legs. Other leg goes down, lift the other leg up, forward and back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into your plank. We're going to do hip rolls. You're going to roll one hip down towards the mat. Your toes will roll. So it's like you're rolling across the front of your feet or your toes, whatever way your feet move. Just think about keeping the chest away from the floor. You're just getting the hips down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knock yourself back into child's pose. Knock yourself out. No, just take yourself back into child's pose. That's it. Well done. Take a moment there. Okay, we've got one more on the shoulders and then we'll change up to standing. So, back onto all fours. And then you're going to reach the right arm and the right leg away from you. You're going to swivel around so that your left arm is pushing you away from the floor, your left knee's on the floor. Your right leg is going to be the one that's lifting up to the ceiling. We're going to do 5 kicks. 4, 3, that's it, Gemma. 2, you're doing great. 1, hold it with the leg up. Then we're going to do a bicycle. You bend the knee, extend the leg forward, press the leg back behind you. Bend, try and kick your own bottom with your heel. You're doing sort of single leg pedal for 3, 2, and 1. Then we're going to take out, reach out away from the hip. Your top arm is then going to reach forward as the leg goes back, and then you're going to bring your arm and leg in opposition, like we do lying down sometimes. So the arm goes behind you, the leg goes forward, or the arm goes forward as the leg goes behind. 3 more, 2 more, and last one. Give me some abs, I hear you say. This is hard, that one. Okay. We'll do the same on the other side. I'm just turning around so I've not got my bum to you. Now you're going to lift your left arm and your left leg away from the floor. Try to line yourself up so your hips are stacked still when you lift the top leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you're going to bicycle. Bend the knee, extend, press back. Try to draw the heel towards your bottom. Try not to fall over. This side feels a lot harder to balance. And we're going to go for another 3 pedals. 2, and 1. And then your leg's going to straighten. Top arm's going to reach across on the diagonal. Arm goes forward, leg goes back, and then arm goes back as the leg goes forward. Woof. Try not to fall over like I did. Sweep them across. Get that reach as much as your balance will allow you. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back down, palms face up, just give them a little roll, and then you're going to roll yourself up to standing. Any which way you can. And we're going to grab our bands. Okay, I'm just going to move the camera. Thanks. Okay, so we're going to do some balance work. Lovely. With the band. So first of all, we're going to have it folded in half, shoulder width apart. We're going to do some heel raises. So the hands can just relax for now. And that's it. So we've got that down, fold in half. Good, good. Okay, so we're going to do 10 up with the feet in parallel. Off on your toes for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to do pigeon, toes together, heels wider, knock knees. We're going to go up for 10. 9, this gets harder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keep the height if you can. 3, 2, and 1. I've got lower and lower. Then we're going to do frog. So your heels together. If you can't keep your heels together, your toes are too wide. So you're going to go 5 up with the heels just lifting and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you're going to reach your arms out in front of you, take a little bit of a pull on the band. You're going to lift the heels. You're then going to bend your knees, keeping your heels connected. Let your heels come up as your bum goes down. Straighten the legs up, lower your heels. Keep your toes spread. Anyone who's done ballet should be easy. This is very hard for me because I didn't. That's it. Heels go up as your bum goes down. Straighten up, lower down. 5 more. Heels up. Bend the knees. Keep the heels lifted. Push up. Lower the heels. Heels up. Knees bend. So can you get a bit lower each time? Trying to keep those heels connected. I'll overcook it in a minute and go too low to get back up. Let's go for another 2. Ooh, 1. My legs really ached from last week. Did anyone else's? Oh no, I can't see your head's nodding, but and this is the last one. And back up. Good. Okay. Now I'll try and stand. I'm not going to kick anything. So you're going to stand on one foot. You're going to reach the arms forward. The other leg's going to reach back. Try and stay as parallel as you can, and you're going to lower and lift the free leg. So good bend on the standing leg. Lower and lift the free leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Other leg. Lift it up. Straighten your arms forward. Good bend in the standing leg. Oh, I'm going to kick the ball there. Bend in the leg, bend in the standing leg, and the other leg as straight as you can. Lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Give it a little shake out. Come and stand on your band. So we're going to start with the feet fairly close together. We're going to do some arms before we do some legs. If you're feeling particularly strong, then you're going to have, or it depends on your band actually. If it's really loose your band, if your band's quite light, then you're going to put both hands around both ends of the band. If you've got a really heavy band, or it's really short, just go with one end. We're going to do 10 on each arm. So we're going to go up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then change to the other side. If you've been alternating, I don't think you have been. We're going to go up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, near 1. Well done. Take the band in each hand. Make your feet a little bit wider so we can do our ski squats. We're going to go down for 10. So arms forward as the bum goes back. Make sure you've got enough resistance. It feels light now to feel like your arms and your rest of your body are doing some work as you go into your squat. If you need a bit more room, take your feet a bit wider. Take your feet at 10 to 2. Let's go for another 5. 4, 3, 2, near there, and 1. Okay, good work. Come off your band. We're going to kneel on it. So we're going to be in a high kneel position. Okay. On the middle, make sure your knees are completely on it. You don't want to ping yourself in the hip. And you're going to have the band really quite short. So we're going to do some arm lifts out to the side. How short, we'll find out in a minute if this works, okay? So do one arm first. You want to feel like there's quite a lot of resistance as you're pulling up out to the side. So we've pulled forward, now we're going to pull out to the side. That's it. As long as you can feel the work, you've got a band short enough. For 4, straight arm, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, out to the other side. I think we did roughly 8 to 10. Oh, if your band's not short enough, shorten up. I said no, maybe not that short. Find somewhere in the middle. Okay, let's go for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to cross the band over. So only one hand needs to hold the band for this, just make sure you're on it. and we're going to do drawing a sword. So how long the band is going to depend on lots of things. So try it sort of roughly so it's hip height. Your knuckles are going to face downwards, your hand's going to be, your palm faces your hip. You then open the arm out to the side and then you extend it out to the side and then you fold it back in. It's called drawing a sword, so you want that foot movement. Nice, you're better at this than me. We're going to go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change to the other side. Roughly the same length. Just check for you get a free one. That's it. Check you've got the right length. Good. Out to the side. Try to keep the hips pushed like lined up over the knees. They're forward. You're not twisting too much with the body. It's all coming from the shoulder. For 3, 2, and 1. Well done. We're going to take the band from under our knees and do a thigh stretch with the band. The band's actually got nothing to do with stretching the thighs, it's just a good hold for your hands. I'm going to come sideways. So, you're going to have your arms forward, the band's going to be under a little bit of tension, and you're going to imagine you've got a plank behind you, so you're going to feel like you can lean back into the plank. So we're not hinging, we're not sort of sitting on our feet. We feel like the hips and the rib cage come back at the same side, and if you do it right you should feel a bit of a stretch through the thighs. If you're not feeling a stretch, good, you guys look like you might be feeling a stretch, that's it. Think pelvis and hip and ribs coming at the same time, that's it. Good, and then just try, when you're back there, to lift the arms a little bit, that just adds load. Well done. Lower the arms, come forward. Hips and ribs and head back at the same time. Lift the arms, keep the hips pushed forward. Lower the arms, come forward. 2 more. Go back, ribs, pelvis, head. Lift the arms, lower, come forward. Last one of these. Hinge back. Arms lift, arms lower and forward. Very good. Not sure it's a stretch, more work through the quads. Come and sit on your bum. Whilst we've got the band, we're just going to do this exercise. So you're going to keep holding it as you were, shoulder width apart, a little bit of tension. This time your feet are going to be on the floor, your knees are going to be bent, and you're going to come into a little bit of a roll back. So you want to feel like you're sat just behind your sort of onto your sacrum. Your arms are going to stay reaching forward. You're going to find that point where you can, I say comfortably, you know you're not going to fall back, but you're still getting a bit of work, that's it. And then you're going to rotate towards the right at snail's pace. Keep your band under tension. Feel like you can keep your eye gaze through the centre of your hands and try and get your hands as low as you can. There'll come a point where you feel like your legs might fly up. Just at that point, pause. And then snail's pace back to the centre. It's hot in here. Once you're back to the centre, roll yourself back up. Take a moment and then roll back to that sort of little bite point. And then you're going to take your hands, eye gaze follows the centre of the band, over to the other side. Remember, it's the snail's pace of this exercise that makes it so effective. When you've gone as far as you can, snail's pace it back to the centre. That's it. And then roll yourself back up to sitting tall. We're going to do another 2 rounds on each side, but we're not going to roll up in between. If that makes sense, we're just going to go straight across. So you're going to roll down, you're going to rotate snail's pace to the right, keep looking through the centre of the band. If you start shaking, that's no bad thing. Okay, once you've gone as far as you can, you're going to roll back to the centre. Roll this band back to the centre. Don't roll back up sitting tall if you can. This is when you get the real shaky bits. Over to the left. Oh, my abs are screaming. Snail's pace, snail's pace. Keep eye gaze through the centre of the band. Keep your feet anchored if you can. Pause, snail's pace back. And then just because I know you guys are tough. We're going to go back to the right without stopping. Snail's pace, snail's pace. Oh, I know, Gemma, it's hard, I know. And back to the centre. Promise this is the last one to the left. We'll lie down in a minute, okay? Once you've gone to the left, gone as far as you can, pause. Make your way back to the centre. Dun, dun, dun. Roll back up to sitting. Okay, well done. You get that little scream thing. Okay, place the band around your feet and roll yourself down to the mat. Stay there for a second and nod your chin to your chest, look at your feet, roll yourself back up sitting tall. Just going to do 2 more, roll back. And roll back up sitting tall. Last one, rolling down. And then when you're sat back up, move the band to one side, hug one knee into the chest, pull the leg in as much as you can, and roll yourself down to the floor, trying to keep the other leg fairly low. Pull the nose and the knee in together. You can pull in twice for a bit more connection, and then you're going to change legs. Pull in and change. Pull in and change. Pull in and change. Keep going for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we're going to hold both knees in. Try and bring yourself up into a smaller ball. Not today, sorry. And then you're going to stretch both arms over the top of your head. Stretch both legs away. Circle your arms back, hug your knees. And then go again. Straight arms, straight legs. Hug it back in. Straight arms over the top of your head, straight legs away. Hug it back in. Let's go for another 3. And 2. And 1. And back in. Okay. You're going to let your left leg straighten away from you, and then you're going to reach your right leg up to the ceiling. Hold as far up with that leg as you can get. Knee, ankle, calf, whatever works for you. You're going to try and pull your nose and your knee together. Your back will push down into the floor. So you feel like you're getting a big stretch at the back of your body. The other leg's going to reach away. Try and stay up in that curve and change legs without rolling back too much. That's it, Gemma, good. That's it, Ellie, good work. Pull in, stay high curled, and change leg. Try and get your leg on your face. I know it's easier for some than others. 5, 4, if you can pulse it as well, that's not too much. 3, 2, and 1. Hug both knees into your chest, head down. Give yourself a moment. Okay. Hip rolls, feet and knees together, arms wide, shoulders stay still, head will roll in the opposite direction to your knees. Knees can go one side and then roll back across to the other. Side to side for another 3, 2, and 1. Point your legs, knees pointed back to the ceiling. Take your feet into parallel. Reach both arms up to the ceiling. We're going to bridge up. Once your hips are as high as you can get them, reach your arms out over the top of the head. Try and get your arms away from your knees, or your fingers away from your knees away from your fingers. You're going to exhale, roll it all back down to the mat, and bring your arms, point them back to the ceiling. We'll do 3 more of these. Hips up, reach the arms, stand strong into your feet, and then exhale, roll it all back down. Arms back up to the ceiling, reaching high, hips up, reach the arms, get a little higher if you can in your hips, just a little bit, and then reaching your arms, roll your body back down. Okay, we're going to go to some single leg. You can do it arms up or down, whatever your preference. You're going to reach one leg up to the ceiling. You're going to lift up the hips up,
And then with the free leg, you're going to lower and lift the leg. So if you lifted your right leg, the right leg's lowering and lifting. 5, stand strong into the other leg. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change legs. When you're here, keep your hips up. Extend the other leg up to the ceiling. And straight leg as you can, hips as level as you can. Lower and lift the free leg. And we're going to go for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all back down to the mat. Grab your band, stretch it out just for 1 or 2, and then we'll circle. How are we doing for time? Okay, might not have time for the roll today, sorry guys. Okay, so stretch it out just for a couple, and then start your circles. Around we go. Ooh. Nice big swingy circles. 3, 2, 1, and then change direction around the other way. Another 2 and 1. Change the feet over. Stretch the leg up to the ceiling. Point and flex the foot. Just for a couple. And then start your circles. Around we go. Feels like a summer day. And 2 more this way. And then change, go round the other way. And another 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, we'll take the leg out of the band, and we're going to do number 4 stretch. So you're going to take one ankle across the other knee, pull the other leg up. You can stay head up or head down, whichever works best for you. Try and push the knee that's come across your waist so you pick up as much stretch as you can, and have a little rock side to side. Like you can rock into this a bit more stretch. 3, 2, and 1. And then change your legs. Pick up the other leg and rock it out side to side. Keep the elbow pushed away from you as much, sorry, the knee pushed away from you if you can get your elbow on it. And keep rocking it out for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, both feet back on the floor. You're going to roll onto your side and then onto hands and knees. We're going to do some lunge stretches to finish. Okay, so onto your hands and knees and then into a plank. Then you're going to step your right foot forward. You're going to reach your right arm up to the sky. Push the back heel back and then feel like you can drop into your hips a little bit more. Push down with the floor hand. Reach up with the sky hand. And bring hand back down, step the leg back. Other leg comes forward. Same thing. Hand reach to the sky, other one pushes through the floor. Feel like the back leg is pulled back and you're pushing down with the front leg. Bring hand down, legs back. Other leg forward, reaching up. Try and get that reach of the back heel, push down of the supporting hand, reach up as high as you can with the other hand whilst pushing the body down towards the floor. Step back with the leg, hand down, other leg forward, reaching up, pushing down, trying to make yourself as long as you can into this stretch. And bring the hand back down onto your hands and knees. We're going to try a pigeon pose. So you're going to cross your right knee behind your left knee. Your left knee comes forward. You stretch your right leg back and you lower your chest onto the mat. If you can bring your foot forward a bit, you'll get a bit more. And again, if you like a wiggle in this sort of position or stretch, have a wiggle. going to change sides. We're going to come out to this one. You can untangle yourself. And then I think it's left knee behind right knee. Right knee comes forward. Stretch your left leg back. Once you're in position, lower your chest. And have a wiggle. Squeeze as much of this one as you can. Or just sink down into it. Okay. We are done for today. Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.